are live. And I think I
Hello.
forgot to change the Twitch name too.
Oh yeah. Oh.
You can do that during the stream.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. We're doing sigils and
It's called. Give me a second. It's called Magic and Reiki,
magic
Tarot and Oracle.
and Reiki. Okay.
Urians, can you post the link?
I will in a second. Just let me open the live so it's working for my phone, and I will be posting
And
that.
also send me the
Okay.
emojis.
The emojis. The emojis.
One.
Those smiley faces.
Oh. Okay.
Yes.
So give me a second. So where is it? Event. Oh dear. Why can't I copy it? La 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 la. Okay, I can't seem to copy it, but I'll tell you what the emojis are. It's like in the event section anyway, but for some reason I can't. Oh wait, can I
Yeah.
edit?
I cannot.
Oh, I can edit.
Oh.
I can edit.
And send it to
1
the,
second.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Hello for the
Okay,
people
it's
who's
sent.
watching. Give us a moment.
Yes, please give us a moment to set up. Always take a little longer than usual.
Alright. Done. And save. Yes.
Posted. So hello everyone.
Hello,
Hi
hello.
And I'm only
again.
getting viewers.
I see 0 viewers at the moment.
See one.
Okay, hello. I'll delete the previous one, the test one.
First person join. Hello, Broken Hall. Please tell us your question.
Hello. Hello, Grim Reaper.
Hi, Grim Reaper.
Hello, Mary. Thanks for joining.
Hi, Mary. Yes. Thank you. We got your question. Thank you, Mary. That's so nice. Okay. A broken halo has already followed, so so these two are getting free readings.
Alright. Do you want them
So
to, roll for who's reading?
yeah, so to get your reader, all you need to do is exclamation mark, then type reader next to it, and it will randomly select a reader for you. So Mary and Broken Halo, go ahead and do exclamation mark reader. Thank you for your question, Mary. Soon as you do the exclamation mark. Okay, so Broken Halo, I'm your reader. for tonight, and send me your question, and I'll start with
Yes.
it. And
They
Mary,
asked. Broken Hello already asked the question. Is I just want to know what's going on with my boyfriend relationship.
oh, okay. Oh, sorry, I didn't see that. Oh, yes, sure, of course, I will do that. And yes. Um, Halo, I feel. Yeah, you might want to clear Q, Urians, because that's from the last one. So we already know that Mary's next. Mary, pick your reader. So just do the same thing as Broken Halo, exclamation mark reader. Give me a moment. I'll just need to get something. I'll be back.
So, all right. So when Anki is shuffling the cards, giving you the reading, cleansing her space, I could see the smoke there.
That's for sure. She's working.
Yeah, we can.
So what's going on?
Oh, we were just watching you cleansing your decks because we could see the smoke.
Oh, yeah, the smoke is just ongoing. I just sort of, oof, there's charcoal going on, and I put little bits
Yeah.
on
So,
it.
so like as I was saying that when you're shuffling, we could like open a discussion because I have like a really interesting question that someone asked me on TikTok. So I think maybe
See.
Urians would know about this a little bit more than.
Okay, let's see the
So
question.
this person told me that Andrielphis and Andromelish is the same, same demon. But then I was like, no, because Andrielphis is part of the Goetia, while Andromelish is a fallen angel and part of the, Judeo-Christian traditions, though they both come from the Abrahamic pantheon. So, like, do you know any more information about those two demons and what are their differences, or are they actually the same demon?
Actually, talk with any of them, but I would assume that they might be being similar, like the aspect of one another, because this is something which is very common.
Yes.
Nowadays, people are thinking, for example, that Azazel and King Paimon are the same spirit. They are not the
Yes.
same spirit. They are separated spirits, but they can be aspect of one another. So yes, Azazel might manifest as Paimon at times when it's needed, and using his power, and the same way Paimon can do the same for Azazel,
So it
depending
also,
of the need.
yeah, so it also depends on what traditions you believe in. It's like, Zeus and Odin being both the king of the gods. It depends on traditions, I assume. But
Yes,
but to
but it's also
specify being them as one single entity, I would not call them the same because they're both from different and separate belief system.
that doesn't exactly mean that they are not the same, because sometimes the spirits were actually appearing in different places and just having similar name or something. They might be the same spirit, they might not. But okay, let's explain what are aspects from what I was explained by
Hmm.
my guide. Imagine that a spirit is like a huge ball made of a little balls, totally many little balls inside. Or okay, let's take this cone. Like imagine this cone being a spirit, and every little piece over here is one aspect. When you are created aspect, because they can create aspect or they are born with some aspect. When they are creating aspect, they are taking this little piece and shattering it in a bit. This bit is coming to the other spirit here. Is like coming here and growing into another piece, and the same is happening in here. So they are separated, but they are again wall, and they can be claimed as similar or the same in that way.
Okay.
But they are totally separated spirits for me personally, and they have also another abilities. This is how I am actually understanding that. So they
Um.
might be actually aspects. They might manifest as one another, and they might be actually trying to appear for somebody. For example, let's say I will ignore the spirit A if they want to work with me, but I am totally drawn into the spirit B. So the spirit A may sometimes appear as spirit B to make me force myself to working with him too. This way, maybe. But they
Interesting.
it was happening in time for me, honestly. But as I said, it depends. I never actually talked with any of the spirits.
So
I can say if they are actually aspects or not.
I
That they
do speak with Andrielphius, but not Andromelish. But I see why people do get the confusion. It's because they both have the same appearance of a peacock. However, you know,
there are many
Andrielphius,
spirits
yeah. So
having this appearance.
yeah, so this is why I see people getting confused uh, between the same almost similar names. I'm not sure what Andromelish is the lord of. Like, Andrielphius, he's there for geometry, he's there for
Much as I remember,
astrology.
Ramesh is connected with Klipov and some
Yeah.
sort of an war
So
in general.
one is a Jewish mysticism, one is a Jewish mythology, while the other one is a Solomonic uh, mythology. So, you know, maybe both the stories were just re-rendered to different people, different times, different belief. Might be the same demon or fallen angel, but I don't know. I've been told by, the left-hand practitioners that they're both different because they come from different belief systems.
I think that the belief system matters actually because you can have many spirits coming with different places, I would say,
Hmm.
but they are appearing as the same being. So that doesn't really matter if they are coming from specific beliefs or not. But what matters actually is how the energy is behaving and how
Hello.
close. So
Ooh.
okay, Anki, you can go with your reading.
Yes.
Okay, so Halo, I've shuffled the card, even though it was very challenging because people just like to text me and message me right when I start Twitch and whilst I'm also doing readings. So, I don't know why that happens, but people like to distract me right when I need to be doing something. Can't be any other time, has to be then. So bear with me a moment. I've got your cards, I've pulled a lot. So what's going to happen with you and your boyfriend? So how I've picked it out is I've got you here, and I've got, where is he? Him here, and future of the relationship, blockages, as well as advice. So that's the blockages, that's the advice. Okay, it's just so many cards. And I've got some guidance cards. So if you're ready, I'll start your read. Just say yes. Mary, in order for you to get your reading, you need to type exclamation mark and read, like, reader. The reader gets picked automatically. Okay, so Halo, so I see for you, your feelings, your true feelings for your boyfriend is that you know quite well how you feel. You have full clarity of how you feel for your boyfriend. I see a lot of passion, very passionate about your boyfriend, and I feel you would like to commit to him, you know, and that would be something that you would like from him. How he views you, he sees you as a little bit controlling, a little bit like someone who, how to say, knows their mind or what they want. I'm not sure if he has ever voiced out to you that he feels that you don't give him enough space, or that you're breathing down his neck or something along those lines. So anyway, whilst I'll continue. The direction of where your feelings are going to your feelings, how your feelings are going to be evolving. I feel not so much structure, not as much commitment. I feel maybe you're going to let go a little bit of the energy that you've been putting or investing in this relationship, and maybe letting it free flow a little bit. So that's not such a bad thing. Yeah, I mean, communication, that's the most important thing, communication, and there's nothing wrong for you to expect that and to communicate that with your boyfriend. It's the basic. And actually it makes sense because you've got the Ace of Swords, so not only you feel very clearly for him, but you want clear communication. But I suppose for anyway, let's look at his deck, because we've got quite a lot of cards going on here. So on his side, he's how to say. So I've got the 7. He's less defensive than what he was before. He's kind of wanting to look at you in a working together light type of thing. However, I also feel that he feels like his world has been turned upside down by you a little bit. The way he was used to doing things are not the same. Long distance matters a lot, of course. Oh my goodness, it can make or break a relationship. A lot of time there's way too many challenges, and it's difficult. It's really difficult, especially trust and things like that. So I feel he feels like his world has been turned upside down by you, and he sees you sometimes as someone who's not very balanced. He feels that you are like emotional, or too emotional, and that you think too much. So that's how he sees you. And how is his feeling going to evolve? At the moment, it shows that he would like to be unstuck. He doesn't want to for things to stay stagnant. He would like things to move forward, and he has of mind to, let's just say, free himself and his own restriction that he's placed upon himself. We haven't spoken since the 11th, so it's been a few days. He's kind of went MIA. Well, that's not the best, but you know, let's keep moving, and we'll see a little bit more. But I do feel that, you know, he does feel like you have turned his world upside down a little bit, and that you are emotional, a little bit too emotional, and I suppose that makes him feel quite emotional too. I feel he will be unstuck, okay, right? So I feel possibly before he's felt stuck or there's been delays and whatnot. But you know, the Hangman in reverse, I feel that, you know, something is gonna give. He's going to get that enlightenment, that bulb moment where he's going to be like, actually, you know what? I'm going to do something about this. So where it's going to evolve, it's going to get better anyway. And then the future of this relationship. Okay, I'm not going to lie to you. You've got this as the future of the relationship. Now, understand that the future of relationship is only potential future. You know, the tarot only tells you the potential, and that's why it gives you advices, etc. So if you follow the advice, then, you know, you can change your future. You can always change your future. So please don't be disheartened by, you know, any read that you get about your boyfriend. Just take it as advice. But future is a lot of hard work, burdens, doesn't get much easier. However, I don't see you moving away from him, emotionally at least. I feel you're still looking at him, you're still... give me a moment. Yeah, you're still focused on him, you still have a lot of feelings and emotion, and it's not very easy for you to just move away from him. And, you know, I feel you cry often, you get very, very emotional about it. I also feel that it kind of traps you into that whirlpool of, let's just say, not the healthiest of emotion. Oh, hi, Ghost Loof. Okay, yeah. So, you know, it's okay to, you know, you're a sensitive soul. You're coming up as the Queen of Cups, and, you know, it's difficult when you're in a relationship with a male that doesn't understand that sensitivity as much as you would like, especially with the distance. It's not the easiest. But, you know, I feel your emotion for him will stay the same, and possibly more, a little bit over excessive emotion when you think about him and the crying and whatnot. However, because I wanted to get more clarification, I didn't just want to pull a card. I kept asking, you know, clarify. And I got the Ace of Cups, okay? So there's a few things I see with the Ace of Cups, right? So one, I see even more emotion or overwhelming emotion, but I also see love, okay? So I feel for the future of this relationship, at some point, you're going to feel that your heart is going to be restored. There's going to be a balance, and you're going to feel the love again. There's going to be peace again in this relationship, but I don't feel it's going to happen too soon. I feel there's going to be a lot of work, a lot of crying, a lot of stressing, overthinking before the cup is offered to you. So I would like to pull a couple of advices for you as well, from my self-care deck and from the healing deck to help you through this. But the good thing is, for the future of the relationship, there's hope, okay? But you do need to do the healing work, because I feel what's happening, and this is on a channeling level, because there's so much water involved in your the feelings, and it's not easy to have a long distance relationship, but it needs to be managed, because the more you have these strong emotion and these fears and doubts, then it's going to block you, and it's going to make things more difficult, and it's going to be more of a burden. So, and I know why the guidance came for you. There's one guidance that will make sense to you in a moment, but please, it's okay to feel the emotion, but don't get caught up too much in it, because I feel a lot of it is you kind of, and this is not blaming you, we all do it, is like there's some stories that's been created in the mind, okay, because you're not seeing everything very clearly. So, and that's okay. But just realize that some of these stories that hurt you and are in your mind are not necessarily true. Okay, so there needs to be healing here, and I will give you some advices for that. But there's hope. Okay, the start is hope and healing of this relationship. This is the future of the relationship. But like I said, this is not something instant. There is hard work involved. Now, blockages in this relationship. Oh my god, there's so many people already. Okay, right.
Don't worry.
Well, we can always trade, can't we? Between us.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah. So advices that came for you, or no, sorry, blockages that came for you is, on one level, I see the King of Sword being a little, and I feel this is your boyfriend. He's looking at this relationship a little bit too logically, too much, not enough emotion going into him, like this lack of understanding, more kind of looking at on a one-dimensional perspective, as opposed to going deeper to understand you. So he's being ruled by his right brain, and I feel that's a blockage. And you need to. He does want to communicate though, because the King of Sword is a great communicator, very intelligent, very sharp, very quick. Excellent at communicating, but I feel there's a very cold element to it, and because I see that you're quite emotional, and I feel he's sort of holding his sword, that can be a bit of a conflict. So will or could cause conflict. So that see it as a blockage, and also something positive. Another challenge is perhaps he's studying or working, or feels that he doesn't have enough security, material stability, and his focus may not totally be on you at the moment, and it may be on other material things. And we've got the Four of Pentacles. So again, as one of the challenges, I feel he's holding a little bit too much inside himself, like repressing his emotion, not telling you enough, keeping things close to his chest, and also holding on to material things a little bit too much, putting too much importance on money, most likely, or anything to do with material. That could be job, cars, anything that's 3D related. He's holding it very, very close. So I feel he needs to sort of let go a little bit of that focus on the 3D, and start dreaming a little bit with you, and float a little bit emotionally with you in that romantic cloud. But that might be a bit of a problem. Okay, I'm not gonna okay, how, look, it's possible, okay, that there is some deceit going on in the relationship currently, and maybe, I mean, not maybe, that is what's causing the blockage. But I feel that's something that he's gonna work through. But it's, maybe some lies, mind games. And in worst case scenario, and I don't want to say this is his case, but worst case scenario, this is, the betrayal card, the card of the thief leaving in the night. Not the best card to get in a relationship read. So take it as it resonates with you, but I want to just say that don't automatically think he's cheating on you. Just see it more so that perhaps there's some lies going on, and maybe he's not telling you everything as it is, or that could simply be his MIA, him not talking to you. That could simply just reflect the Seven of Swords, because he's kind of taken the sword, walked away in the night, like not responding to you, and that could simply reflect that card. I feel actually, you know what? I feel this is what is going on. This is what this card reflects. He's not telling you what he's doing, so this is the more so the lies, and he hasn't responded to you, and I think that's why we're seeing this card. So this is where the blockage is. Now, actions, action that you can take is to be positive. Okay, to be positive, to think about your abundance, to manifest abundance. To move away from the Ten of Swords feeling, like, that feeling, that dread that you have, that it's the end and you've been betrayed, and you're never gonna get past this. You have to let that go. Okay, actually, the Ten of Swords is not a terrible. It's a terrible card because of the sorrow, the grief, the depression involved. The feeling of betrayal, at least, and the heartbreak. But there's light at the end. With the Ten of Swords, it can't get any worse than that. Okay, so there's hope after this. So I feel in this case you need to really because look, there's the light at the back. There was the dark cloud, and the dark cloud are clearing, and you see the light shining through the sword. So, it's not going to last, this feeling. You need to focus on the light, on the abundance of the sun. I will pull some cards for you. I know this is a bit of a long read, but I feel you need it. And I'm sure the other readers won't mind so much because, obviously these are heavy messages. So, just... you're going to really have to work on your mind here because, the Ten of Swords also means very much stuck in the mind, very much worried, dread, fear, and all that stuff. However, one of the other action is justice. So in that, I feel that this is not necessarily you that's going to take the lead on that, but I feel the universe is going to take care of your situation, and justice is going to be established. So whatever karma, whatever karma has been accumulated in your pains and this sort of thing, it's going to be balanced because justice is looking at you favorably. So I feel this is a very positive card for you. Now, with regards to a couple of guidance messages, I got letting go. Okay, do you remember I was telling you about, leaving some emotion behind, the stories, the fear, etc. You have to work on letting go of this fear so that you can actually manifest the abundance and for him to actually, walk back to you, because there is hope. There is hope in this card, and there is the Ace of Cup. But I feel it's going to be a bit of a challenge, and it is a little bit to do with you as well. Like, can you let it go? Can you just, can you heal yourself in the meantime? Can you heal your emotion? Can you heal your heart? And the situation of what's going on at the moment. And if you do that, actually, they're telling you have strength. Okay, have strength. Yes, the situation is difficult, so but you are strong, okay, and you will be able to deal with this. And it does require, however, a transmutation from you. So, you will rise again from the ashes, from the pits of despair. You're going to rise again like a beautiful bird flying up in the sky. Okay, so this is quite positive. I just want to pull a healing card for you and a self-care card. So give me a moment. One self-care card, healing card, please. Got it already. Right, wonderful. Expect a miracle. So, the healing card is saying, expect a miracle. Something will come into your life that will serve your healing. So be open to it and express gratitude when it occurs. Your goal, to know that the world becomes a vessel for the divine when you see the divine in all things. Okay, so to be positive, to expect the best of the situation, not to go into the spiral of despair and darkness. Okay, no, have hope, have hope. And the next one, where is that? Oh, there it is. And a self-care card for you. Self-care card, please, for Halo. Okay. Oh, that's so nice. Okay, so for you, okay, 2 cards. Chanting. Okay, so start doing mantras. So Om is a mantra. Chanting could also be singing. So start singing, let your voice out. Repeat different mantras for your heart, your root, your different chakra. Look into the chakra system and start chanting mantra. And also one mantra, I am enough, I am loved, I am beautiful. So that could, that is something you want to look in the mirror every morning and tell yourself, I am enough, I am beautiful, I am abundant. I will receive a miracle today. You can say that every day. I will receive a miracle today, and I promise you things will shift around for you. And the next card is look for fairies. They want you to go back into that innocence, the child, your sort of inner child. It's such a beautiful card. Look for fairies is basically believe in magic. Believe that anything is possible, because it is. Your mind can create amazing things. So set it in the right frame of mind, okay? Don't focus so much on what's happening with the boyfriend. Focus on you right now, okay? Because when your world, your internal world changes and you're able to see magic in life, day-to-day life, I promise you things will get better for you. Either a new person that's much better is going to come into your life, or your boyfriend's just going to bring you that cup of love, as we saw with that, Ace of Cup and the Star. But you must focus on yourself. And I feel, and I'm getting this message, they want you to watch a fairy tale, okay? A fairy tale that you really like, or like a how do you say it? Fantasy movie. A fantasy movie that resonates with you. Something very magical. Okay? Right, that's your read. I hope that resonates, and I hope it helps you.
Okay, I suppose I can go already to Mary's question, because I know that Mary wanted to have very fast reading due to not being able to stay for long, as she mentioned on the Discord. So when I am looking at the cards, it was giving me some sort of a feeling. I even tried to verify it with my pendulum. So as much as I can say, the child you are asking about, it is alive. It is alive, and it's having its own life, totally unaware of everything else what happened. So there was reasons why this happened, why you all believe that that the child is dead. But in fact, this child was given to somebody else. It was given to some sort of a family, and it had a very, very happy life in that family. So it's not like they were suffering or something. They were actually quite prosperous. They were having love in this family, and everything was going smoothly for them. I was also looking in my deck if there is some sort of an energy like you could connect with it back or something like that. But I was getting the Grim Reaper card literally. So this relationship is literally over with your family. They don't have any sort of connection to your family. They are not aware of your family. And my cards are also suggesting that it's better if it's staying this way. So whatever happened, it's like, okay, Mary, I am trying to speak slowly. Whatever happened, that child is already having their own life and everything is going better for them. And it's like they shouldn't be bothered. They are alive, yes, they were happy life, and they have still the happy life, but outside of your family. So whatever you want to do, it's better to let them be on the way that they are right now, right here. So if you have any questions for that reading, just let me know. But as I said, I was also verifying it with my pendulum before. Probably you might see that on the screen. I'm not sure if you did, but the pendulum is agreeing that the child is alive. Okay, let me see. Yeah, close, but not in the same city or something like that. I'm getting this card. They are close, but not that close. So, not like you are going to meet them daily or something like that. They are not in your city, but they are living close to you. Okay, I suppose you can go with your next reading.
Is it?
That was
I'm
you.
fully lost. What's going on? Like, there's so many messages since I've done the reading. Like, I have no idea
No,
what's
no.
going
The
on.
next person is you, and they were actually getting you as a reader, and they
Okay.
were asking. I would
Have
like
they
to know.
followed?
Yes, they did.
Um,
Okay.
they were asking about their crush, and um, Mary, I think you wouldn't because your connection between you and or anyone from your family and that person is totally lost. They are totally not aware of you, and they know anything about you at all. And again, when I am looking here in the deck, it's also unknown. So you wouldn't. I'm sorry to tell that, but you wouldn't. Okay. I suppose that will be everything for Mary. And Anki, you can start with you. And the next person was for Vayoti.
Yes.
Yeah, if Vita's already got the cards out and she's already shuffled and everything, because I just literally saw the question, so I haven't shuffled yet. So if Vita's ready, she can go ahead.
I am still shuffling too.
Well, Urians, you can talk about Solomon's seals, perhaps. The sun one, if you like.
So I can actually prepared
And,
for the
and
sun.
manage the chat at the same time.
Oh God, there's so many people
I
in
am
the chat.
trying. Now, Ashdaq, you need to type exclamation mark reader, and the bot is randomly choosing one of the readers. This is what you need to type. So Ashdaq just type as I did a reader and nothing else. Mary, well, right now, as I look in the cards, it's like um, you wouldn't connect with one another. He's not aware of whatever happened. So, Ashdog, just type exclamation mark reader, and that's everything. No, you don't type Anki. You write reader. The word reader. Reader. It's okay. Mari, no, he doesn't. That I already explained. He doesn't have any idea about what happened to him, or um, that he is supposed to having another family in general. He doesn't know anything about that. And Arthur, please tell me your question. And in meantime, as the girls are already shuffling, I am going to go with the Sun Pentacles. The Sun Pentacle is there are 7 Pentacles. The first one is actually very, very funny. This one helps you to command all creatures and angels. And on the painting, because it's like a face in the circle with some marks, is a representation of Metatron, or so it is claimed. So I never asked Metatron, but when I am looking at the sigil, actually that feels a bit like him. So I wouldn't be surprised if that actually him. If you want to control anything, anyone, then you can go with this one. If you are trying the second one, you are actually connecting with the nature of the sun, and you are also uh, not only connecting but also attracting the spirit of the sun. This energy is also helping you to repress the pride and arrogance of the spirit, and they are going to help you the way you want them to help you. So that's the most important one, because the spirit can be actually quite prideful. And the third one, this one is actually helping you to deal with your enemies, is inflicting loss and glory for your enemies, but on the same time is actually helping you to gain that glory. So this is something you might be actually trying to do if you want to. The fourth one, let me see. This one is actually helping you see the spirits which appear invisible. So if you cannot sense the spirit and you know that there is a spirit around, you might be using this one to actually work with them. And they are also helping you to invoke the spirits and force them to appear visible for you. So if you are dealing with some spirits you aren't sure if they are whom they claim, then that's the best one for using. And okay, let's go to the fifth one. This one is actually helping you being transported from one place to another in short time and in long distances. So that one will be very good for traveling in general if you want to avoid anything negative during your travel. So this is how I would be using that. The sixth one, this helps you actually becoming invisible. So at some point, if you want to not be visible in work, for example, when people are being fired or something like that, you might appear invisible for people at some point, and that's how you're using this one. And we have our last one.
Okay,
This one
so
is
oh,
just give me last one,
all
okay?
right, go ahead.
I'm sorry, I was trying to look at my notes because I need my notes to speak.
It's all right. Take your
And this
time.
one is helping you to deal with some sort of judgment and being binded, but also is helping you with being imprisoned. So if you are dealing with some court and being imprisoned at some point, and you want that being finished, then you're simply using that one. So, okay, that will be all of the pentacles for the sun. And Vayati, you can go ahead.
All
Ashdog, I will be
right.
doing your question right now. You
Okay.
I think it's still shuffling the cards, so you might need to wait a moment, and Violet meantime will do somebody else, okay?
All right, so I this is for Lady Digga. Are you here, Lady Digga?
Yeah.
All right, hello. Okay, so your question was, is Maya your soulmate, right? All right, okay. So the first card from my yin and yang deck came out, and it is the rooster. And we know, so this rooster is the yang version of it, okay? One of you is very responsible, very punctual. You know, one of you just really love to stick to the rules, but at the same time, I see that you're like this wake up call for the other person. This person is so loving. They're so concerned about who it is that they care for so much, and they, whoever this is a really good communicator. But when I do see the yang aspect of this rooster, I also see a lot of active progress working within one of you. So I do see that one of you just love to explore, one of you just love to have that adventurous side. All right. However, you're also really responsible. So you like to, one of you like to plan all the time. You like to plan your adventures. You like to plan to to the finest detail. And let me tell you, that's not a bad thing. However, when you plan to the finest detail, you tend to miss out on what it is that's the adventure is, you tend to miss out what the adventure really is. And you have to see that you need to take a little bit more time. Take a little bit more time for yourself. This could be you, this could be who you're asking about. So this is about one of you. I'm not trying to, uh, I'm not trying to pinpoint who is who, but only you will know who I'm talking about. You need to take time for yourself. You need to be a little bit more reflective on your actions at the same time. You need to also use your interpersonal relationships to help solve conflicts that may arise within your life. So, okay, and when I do see the tarot cards, the Five of Wands, when it comes to um, a soulmate, and just remember, a soulmate doesn't necessarily mean romantic. It can be platonic as well. And when I do see the Five of Wands, I do see that this person tend to have a power struggle. They're always struggling when it comes to uh, leadership. Okay, so I do see that it might cause tension between the both of you sometimes. The both of you are trying to take the lead into your relationship, but at the same time, I feel like none of you are backing down. And your energies are so different, so very different, that sometimes it just clash. It's like contradictory to each other, it's the opposition. And it's funny because I am using my yin and yang deck, yin and yang, the duality from Taoism. You can definitely make that opposition work for each other. You can definitely unite and unify two different energies so that you could use the best parts of each other and help each other out. Okay? And then the Four of Wands, I see that in a way you both also kind of mirror each other. You're so different, yet you're also the same. You fit together like a puzzle piece. Again, yin and yang, you just really do fit together. And your connection is, I think it does go deeper. for you. It does go deep. I did not pull more cards to see how deep it goes. Hold on. But I do sense that it does go back further. Let me see. Let's just pull one tarot card to see what's going on. Yes. All right, don't be afraid. This is the Tower card. Just, don't be afraid of the Tower card. When I mean by going deeper, you bring out change in each other. You bring out the change that needs to happen for each other. So you kind of like break each other down to build each other up. Does that make sense to you? I hope I'm explaining that right. And I do see one of you are very, very eh, one of you are very ethical, loves to stick to their morals, and one of you knows something a little bit more about the purpose of each other than the other. So one of you have more knowledge than the other about what it is that is going on for you. Okay, so you have this one of you have this really deep trust with not just yourself but with the universe. You know that they are here within your life for a reason. You know they're here to bring some changes and to bring out life lessons, karmatic life lessons for you to learn so that you can grow. You can grow stronger with each other, stronger for yourself. All right, so one of you knows this, and you just, things like this takes time. This is not something that you can rush into. Okay, and like as I said, one of you put your trust so much to the divine that I feel that you're just sailing, you're just sailing along at this point. You're just sailing along with the experience while the other one is left clueless in the dark. And now let's move to the other. This is the, oops, this is the yang. This is the dragon. And everyone loves the dragon. Okay, and the dragon is a very, very powerful celestial being, especially within the Chinese mythology. It is to you, or to whoever this is in your life, like I said, only you know that this whole world is a dream. This whole world to you is a very curious place, okay? This person is a dreamer. They love the environment. They are a lover of nature. They just love being out in the woods. They just love seeing things grow. And the whole reason for them that excites them, or one of you, is that growth. Growth excites you. You love change. You love having to learn new things as you go on with your life. Okay, because this person understands that the only way as people to grow and to people to be connected to their higher self is experience. And through experience, you have to go through karmatic experiences, karmatic lessons. You have to feel joy. You have to feel pain. Okay? They understand that. And with the yin, I see that this person is very passive. They don't tend to do things a lot. They just like to dream, but yet they're passive. All right, they do accept advices. They are very humbled. They are very, in a way, slow, but I'm not in a sense that is, that is lacking in intelligence. They just like to take their time with this. They like to take each step of the way one by one. They don't like to rush. They don't like to just to jump forward. So yeah, I see this person as a dreamer. They understand what it needs to be done for themselves and for them to grow spiritually and as a person. I got the lovers cards for them. Okay, I hope you can see it. Is it blurry? All right. I got the lovers cards for them, which is, you know, a card that symbolizes love, romance. All right. It understands the great happiness and the divine union of two different aspects, or the two opposing aspects, which represents in a divine female and a divine male. So I don't usually see this as, oh, love, but more of a unity of two opposites coming together. And it could also, I see this indicating that they are some form of a dream partner for the other, or vice versa. They they tend to also have this unrealistic expectations, because they are a dreamer. They tend to have unrealistic expectations within their relationships, and this goes for platonic, this goes for romantic. They put a lot on that, and they tend to get disappointed really quickly when the other doesn't meet their expectations. However, with the Three of Cups, I do sense they do feel the connection with said person. Okay, they have this knowing, yet they're not acting on it. They know it, they don't act on it. Passive. This person is very passive for some reason. I'm getting a feeling. I'm not saying that they're stagnant, it's just that they don't like to make the first move. Alright? However, I do see that the both of you will have a harmonious connection with each other if you understand what the other one needs. You need to understand how the other one functions, and you have to understand that each of you are different. Each of you have your own needs and your own lessons to go through. Right? Nothing. You cannot go through everything together. There are times where sometimes you just need to fly solo. Okay? And the Ace of Swords, okay, the Ace of Swords coming up for me. I'm getting a feeling that you may need to speak with this person. It's going to be a difficult conversation to have, but it's a necessary conversation that you have to make into taking the first step. All right, I don't know who's going to make that first step, but one of you needs to, because understanding is one of the many foundations to develop a very deep-rooted relationship. Okay? And it's also, and misunderstandings are also the root cause of problems, as we know. However, you need to understand that, one of you need to understand that you need to set aside your illusions and expectations of other people if you want to make this work. You cannot have such high expectations and you yourself not follow it. I think we were talking about this the day before. If you set too high of an expectations on people and you don't have that expectation for yourself, you're kind of like a hypocrite. So, one of you gotta fix that within yourself. And I did pull 2 angel prayer cards, and one of them is the love and accept yourself. This kind of tells me that both of you need to go through your traumas. Both of you need to finally face those traumas that you have been putting away for so long, because you also need to work on yourself. And maybe the both of you have come into each other's lives so that the both of you can help each other deal with it, that you can change and be the best version of yourself, so that you can love and accept yourself for who you are. The shadow side, the light side, it is all who you are, and you should just love yourself for what it is. And the other is Archangel Raguel, and he is the angel who people call upon when they want to resolve a conflict. So I feel that you need to resolve some conflicts right now. You need to resolve conflicts with maybe each other or even with yourself. What ask yourself this question: why are you fighting yourself? Why are you fighting yourself and not allowing this this relationship, this bond to move forward? So, find that resolution. Find something. All right? Put aside your egos. You cannot use your egos within this situation right now. Put aside your egos and be open to communication, be open to understanding, and be open to listening to each other. If you both talk above each other, then nothing's going to get solved, right? So yes, those are the cards and those are your readings. I hope it helps you in some way. And I think it's the next person.
Yes, but in the meantime, we had somebody asking if we are using Lenormand cards. I am not using that myself, but I am not sure how you girls.
Nope.
I don't use that as well. I'm sorry. And you're much welcome, Lady Digga.
Okay, Anki, so if you're ready, you can go ahead with the next reader.
Yes. So, Uhang, are you there?
They should be. They
You
were waiting.
ready? Okay, I'll just start anyway then. I haven't seen them answer. Okay, great. So Ryuhang, about your crush. How you feel about your crush? This is the message first. Very strongly, very, very strongly. You feel as if they're your other half. So sweet. But and you feel like you belong together. However, when I look at what's the future of your feelings for them, there's a possibility that you may, let's just say, not be as stuck on them in the future. It's or I guess maybe already happening, not as strong, because the lovers coming up is very, very intense, that feeling of meant to be. But the way that your feelings are going to go further is the reverse of Two of Cups, which is more so less intense. For them, how do they feel about you? Well, it's a bit of a confusing one, because I see the devil for how they feel about you. So perhaps they may feel that there's a bit of an obsession or a feeling of being stuck, or like even stalking them, or like too much like a bondage type thing. And I asked for confirmation, and it's almost like, I don't know if you have already confessed your feelings for them, and if you've done it in a like this guy here, like rushing in with his sword and just like bluntly telling them how you feel. So that might have been a bit scary, I suppose. But okay, let's keep moving on. So how does he or she appears to you? It appears that this pattern won't change anytime soon, as in like you don't see them kind of, or that's the, how to say, that's the impression they're giving, is that nothing, it's not going to move forward. Whatever's already happening currently, that's how it's going to stay. Whatever pattern exists already will stay as it is, no transformation per se. That's okay if you told them, but maybe you were a little bit too rush forward and might have been a little, let's just say a bit taken them off, and maybe made them feel that you were a little bit, you know, how to say, like maybe it's an obsession or something, maybe. But you know, let's not worry too much about, you know, how they feel, because you know, we have more cards to go, so let's not focus too much on that. So yeah, I feel that the way that they're coming across is, yeah, they don't see anything moving forward, and very slow. Like how they're coming forward is very, very slow, like nothing really moving, almost like stagnation, because I see the Knight of Pentacle, which is the slowest knight in the deck, and boy, before you get that knight to be moving, because that horse is stationary, it's almost like he's got some heavy chains locking him in place. But the future of how their feeling is going to evolve for you, that's an interesting one, because I see the Tower. And the Tower is basically a something different, a complete something that you didn't expect, very, very unexpected. So their feelings, the way it's going to develop in the future, is very unexpected. It's like something is going to hit them, you know, in soon enough, and their feelings for you is going to change. We do not know exactly how that's going to change, but we're going to keep going forward to see. And should you get scared? No, never be scared. Never be scared. However, I feel, you know, there's a lot more messages, so bear with me whilst I pick the messages. I don't have much space, so I put the cards all over the place. So no scared, positivity, think positive. Okay, so right. So the future of this relationship, that's the future here. Okay, the future is with regards to your crush. I feel that initially they may not want to work with you, okay, because it's coming up as a reverse. They may not give you the time or, you know, the interest that you would be looking to receive. It's not mutual type thing. However, what's interesting is, you know, when I asked for further clarification, you know, as to the future of you know, the crush, I got, you know, two things here. I got the Ace of Cups and the Page of Wands, which to me means that there is a possibility of love, actually, sort of a harmonious love being established with them. I feel you do need to make some changes though, but okay, we all do, you know, it's not just for you. But yeah, there is a possibility of love being accepted, reciprocated, and a message coming forward with regards to the let's just say awakening of this love. Okay, so it could be situation will change. Maybe that's why we see the Tower here, because the Tower is very unexpected. It's a shock. It's no one could have predicted it. It's just like, you know, no one knows when the Tower hits. So I think that's the Tower, the complete reversal of the situation. Now, let me just see, because I place these cards everywhere. Okay, the blockages in this relationship is I see the Magician in reverse. So I feel there is a little bit too many. I'm not how to say. There's some deception going on in this. I'm gonna call it relationship for lack of a better word, but between the two of you, because I feel neither. Well, you're not being able to express fully how you feel, and they're not reciprocating fully what you're giving to them, and things are not very clear, you know. So the Magician in reverse is like lies, deception, pretending to be something you're not, wearing a mask. So perhaps, you know, you felt the need to impress them by maybe some white lies or that sort of thing, but that's not helping. It's actually coming up as a blockage. So, you know, lay back on the wearing the mask or pretending to be something you're not, or you know, the lies, because that is blocking things. However, let's keep moving. The actions that can be taken in this relationship. Okay, like the last one, it's going to be hard work. Okay, if you want this relationship to actually evolve, it's going to be hard work. But it's possible that you can bring them to this level, which is them accepting a cup and you offering them a cup. See, look, boy giving girl a cup. And then a celebration or a party or a gathering where you guys can have fun. So I feel in terms of action is perhaps, you know, be more honest. Okay, take a bit of a step back. Okay, don't rush in. Yes, well, it's great that you know, obviously that's probably what's this 10 of wand is, you know, working very hard on manifesting. But you know, it does seem that actually does work out. However, there are some advices coming forward, and you know, not only it comes up with the acceptance of the cup and the person looking favorably upon the cup that's given. Cup is the love, yeah. But you know, the celebration. However, the lies must go. Okay, so that means being more innocent. Okay, bring more innocence to this relationship. Bring more real love. You know, to speak from one's heart and to how to say. To reconnect with them on a different level to how you've connected with them before. Something needs to shift, and then you can actually like have some good times together. Now, I picked a few guidance messages, and I got the Sleeping Beauty. Okay, and with this card, I'm just going to show it to you again. This card is called the Awakening card, and what it is that, again, Sleeping Beauty has been protected by people lying to her. Okay, no one told her, you know, that she's going to prick her finger on this needle thing, and she's going to sleep. She's going to go into a deep sleep. So it's again the lies. So are you lying to them to protect them of something? Because, you know, in a way you're going to make them more vulnerable by these lies. So it's necessary that this lie stops now, because there's something to do with not things not being how to say, things not being in the open. Okay, And I understand why things can't be in the open freely, but at some point you need to find a diplomatic way to put things in the open and speak your truth in a different way, not in this impulsive way, but taking more time and patience with this, so you can speak your truth. And the message, very, 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 very good message. So you have awakening. So awakening, I feel, is to do with you taking a different course of action to get to your goal. And there's a renewal happening. Okay, so something different. You're going to reap a different, result from this new course of action. And you're going to have a miracle. And that matches so well with the tower, because the tower could be, it could be interpreted in any way. It could be negative or positive. But, when, a miracle can happen, it can come up as the tower, the absolute shock, not expecting it. So I feel, your manifestation is going to be working. However, I'm just going to pull, two card that's going to help you with this. So that's for the message for your hand, please, for his crush. Message for your hand, please, crush. Message for your hand, please, crush. Message for your hand. Okay, so one of them is music. Okay, so listen to music to get you in that positive vibe and to continue with your manifestation. You want to work with a moon in terms of your manifestation. Okay, so you know how the moon has different timing when you can manifest something better. There's ones where you plant the seed, which is upon new moon, and one where you get the most increase from the power of the moon to manifest. Oh, you manifest with music. Well, wonderful. Well, it tells you keep doing that then. But use the moon as well, because there's a waxing moon. Focus a lot of your manifestation on the new moon and waxing moon. Okay, and you can use the waning moon phase to clear any blockages towards this relationship or crush manifesting. But be patient with it. Don't rush in like you did before, because you don't want to scare nobody. And one more message I want to pick, except I do not know anymore where the decks are, but it is, oh yes, this one. Okay, what healing message for your hand, please. Healing message for you. Whoa, okay. Oh, okay. Interesting. Spend the day with God. And the message is, this is a day for you to spend with God. A day of prayer, a day of silence. Imagine that your entire world is a sacred chapel. Every inch of your life is filled with grace and the presence of the divine. Your goal, to visualize yourself in the company of heaven every minute of the day. So this is going to help you with your manifestation, stay in divine light, prayers, that sort of thing. And next card is use your wisdom. And it says, dedicate yourself to wisdom on this day, acknowledge one of the greatest truths you've learned, and apply this truth to your life in some way. Your goal, to use your wisdom and feel how powerful it is when taken from thought into form. Well, these are your messages, or rather advice on self-care and healing that you could do for yourself. So they seem very positive. I hope you enjoyed your read.
The reading, and as I mentioned on the chat, after the reading, I am going to do a little giveaway. So we'll be starting with our giveaways. So Ashdog, I hope you are here with us. I saw you on the channel. So I hope you're going to to listen to me. So you were asking about your past life, and when I am using my past life deck, the first cards I am getting are male, female, high priest, priestess, Native American, and Inquisition. So all of them are giving me some sort of a feeling it's all about one lifetime. You have several lifetimes, but the male female card usually standing up for connection between both genders. Like if you are typically reincarnating as a female, you might be in this lifetime reincarnating as a male to connect these energies and being more aware of the other gender in this life. So whichever form you actually usually have, you're having another one because it was for you also a lesson to understand this sort of an energies and connect with them better. At the same time, we are getting the high priest and priestess and Native American. These both cards are going together, so you have a high role in the society. You had some sort of an balancing society role here. You are connected with the divine, you are connected with the gods, and you are connected with the nature because Native American is usually connection with the nature, connection with the earth itself, and everything like that. When I'm focusing on this card, I am actually seeing something like an Mayan place. So that's very possible that you are connecting also in other life to the Mayan place in general. But here it's Native American. So you're highly connected with the earth energy and energy of animals, forest, everything like that. But on the same time, this didn't go as well for you. There is persecution and inquisition card. This card usually stands up for some sort of an problems. Usually, it's also signifying the moments of the witch trials or something like that. That people actually were hurting you and your tribe because it's all about the tribe because of being somebody else and because you were also highly connected. They didn't wanted you to be connected. They wanted to actually hurt you and change your community, and you were standing in opposite to that because, as I mentioned before, you are actually helping this community. You are having a huge role in it, and this was a very hard lifetime for you, but you enjoyed it. When I am looking for the life purpose decks, I am having three cards here. The first one is family, the second one is boulder, and the last one is support. So all of them are literally showing that you are this boulder of this community. You are standing there, helping them like a stone, protecting them, on the same time seeing them as your own family and being close to them. This tribe wasn't very big or something, so you were all connected to one another, and you were also giving them all the support they needed. So for anything what was happening, this is also why you are having this high priest or priestess role in this lifetime, because you are the support. You are actually somebody who could help them with anything, who could guide them, and who might be actually important for them. And I was also getting a card from my archetypes deck, and I'm getting free cards. The shaman, the eternal child, and the healer. And it was also something what was these are three archetypes for you which were very strong in you. So again, the Native American and the shaman, they are going together, especially when you are having the high priestess card here. So you're having this shamanic energy, you are having these abilities very strongly there. On the same time, you're seeing the spirits, you're naturally seeing them. The eternal child is like, the children in general are very open to the spiritual world. They can see fairies, they can see spirit, they can communicate with them. And as we grow, we usually forget about that. This is the eternal child. So eternal child is literally showing that you're still keeping this child's energy. You're helping others, Yes, but you are very creative, you are open for everything, you are easy to learning, and you are also connected with the divine and the spiritual world. And again, it's coming together with the shaman, so it's a very powerful shaman who can not only communicate with the spirits, but who can also see them, who can really work with them, and is very, very strong. And in addition to that, we have also a healer. So you could literally help with anything to your people, because, as I mentioned, this is the high priestess card here, showing that you are the builder, because the cards are communicating to one another, and you are the builder of the tribe. You are the support. You can do anything for them, and you wouldn't hesitate to do anything for them. And the one more card I was getting from the goddess deck, it was adaptability. So you're easy to adapt to that energy. You are easy to actually connect, change, and adjust your energy to anything what was needed. And that's also why you were so important for them. This is mostly helping you. And I will read the chat in a second. Just please let me let me finish because I am already prepared. And the last card, when I was asking what could help you to connect to that lifetime, is if I had a magic wand and could have anything I desired in life, what would I choose? So this lifetime was your choice. Literally, it was based on your choices. It was helping you and also helping others, and you had chosen it exactly for that reason. You wanted to be helping others. You wanted to actually be for them, being the support, being this strong energy, holding them together and bringing them all together, and using your own skills here. So these healing skills, these actually communication skills for them and for your tribe. Okay, and let me check your reading, what you typed. And yes, I was saying the persecution, and in question, this is the card which is appearing when actually is something like people hunting other people, or actually when, as I said, it was most best example was with the witch hunt. So the witches were hunted down because they were something else. The same happened to your tribe. They were hunted down at some point. And don't worry, don't cry. It's okay. You can connect with that skills on your own, because you still have that skills inside of yourself, that healing energy, that eternal child, that shaman. All of that archetypes are actually inside of you. You just need to meditate on them and access them. And yes, that's very, very possible that you are hiding it because your tribe was hunted down, and that's still affecting you. You might need to do some shadow working for that if you need, but it's good to actually understand. So yes, you might need to do some shadow working for that. If you want, I will just get one more card for you. Let me see, where is it? I have some of my decks next to me, but you don't see them. Yes, this one is coming from a new deck of mine, Heal Yourself. So I am going to ask that what could help you heal that energy. That might be actually something helping you. And this energy is coming like wild. So the wild is literally energy of the nature, of the animals, energy which is raw, primordial, everything like that. And this is energy you need to connect with, control it at some point. This will also help you clean up this negative experience and heal yourself. So yes, you might heal others, but you need to heal yourself too. And this white energy is something which might help you actually connecting with that shamanic experience and also healing that what happened. You need to remember that you had chosen that lifetime. It was your own choice, even if it was hard one because of being hunted, but it was still your choice and you were experiencing it and you were actually enjoying it. It's not like it was something hurting you that much. So I hope my reading helped you. I said what? I will type it. And okay, as I mentioned, I wanted to do some giveaway. So I am going to make a giveaway schedule. Just let me hide my cards. I'm
So let's see who's the winner here. Since I've done 2 read, Urians has done 2 read, the giveaway reading will be Viety. Is that okay with you, Viety, for the giveaway reading?
Yes, that is fine.
Okay, great. So let's roll the dice by one of us going on giveaway reading. Let's see. Who's the winner? Give away reading. Did I even type that right? Hope so. Thank you, Ashtuk. Oh, the winner is Naoko.
Who is no?
Naoko, are you here? If not,
I,
we'll roll it again.
I don't see them here on
Yeah,
the
I don't
list of.
see it either.
Okay, let's do it again. From a wise head. Are they
They
there?
are here.
Are they there?
No.
No. You have to keep rolling
Okay.
until you get someone.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Let's try again. Don't run, people. We're giving a free reading.
Yeah, damn it, people. Hoi 130.
Not here either.
Okay.
Are they picking from
Let's keep
the
going.
stream or are they picking from the follow list?
From
I,
those that clicked on the invite.
Oh, okay. Then
What? Again?
don't worry, we still have a one giveaway for your own personal sigil.
yes.
That is gonna be funny.
Diva Dwarf was actually one of the on the list, so perhaps we'll give it to her. I'll try again. Let's see if she comes up.
No, she's here.
Giveaway. Yeah, yeah, we might give the reading to her.
Yeah, might as
Yeah,
well. It's
let's
just
give it to her.
repeating people who aren't
Yeah,
here.
because it's randomizer. Yeah. And let's see who gets the giveaway sigil.
Hey, make it random. Let's see.
Wings.
Wings Grim Reaper!
Wow.
Nice. You're getting my sigil. Do you have any specific request for your sigil?
And Diva Dwarf, your reader is Viety, so send your question.
I think they already did. It's up here.
Oh, okay, sorry about that.
Alright,
I
so
didn't know the chat, but maybe.
let me see. This is complicated. My friend Monet randomly unblock me and unban me. She
Hello, the sigil is an image which is actually helping you to connect with specific energy. We're making an stream about the sigils before. You might look for our past streams.
Alright, so Diva Dwarf, you want to get more clarity on the situation you are in, right? Let's see.
So in the meantime, whilst Urians creates the sigil, I'll explain a little bit about sigil. So essentially, it's like an energy signature of you. The way we each have different ways of doing sigil. Urians channels it from spirit and provides you with a sigil that will empower you. So you could use the sigil, for example, to power your manifestation, to help you with, say for example, you want to manifest love in your life. Then you could, instead of sort of using a candle and, you know, doing all these, you know, inscription on the candle and writing everything down, you can have your sigil underneath the candle with your request and have the candle burning, and the whole time the energy is really being called towards you, because the sigil is basically you. I said it another time in a Twitch podcast, which is, it's not easy if I was to put your body on a table and let it sit there for like a week or a day whilst a candle is burning on top of you. So having a sigil makes it super easy, and it also helps you to power any object. You could put a sigil on your, you know, on a crystal, on your water bottle, and it infuses it with your energy, and essentially just let's just say it helps you direct magic faster. Unless Urians has something else to add to a personal sigil.
I am always trying to get the sigil which I see when I am actually looking at you in the astral and asking spirits what could help you the best way. I was once creating a sigils like that for represent you and your energy signature, literally only. That works pretty well, but that was actually kind of challenging to channel, to be honest. So usually it's having specific purpose, and I am always also adding some sort of an colors into it, because the colors are important here. For some reason, I don't know exactly why, but always I am seeing the specific colors connected to the sigil, and they are usually representing which energy and actually the energy. The color's energy also is resonating with this sigil, so it's also affecting your purpose and everything what you need to do in general. So the colors are important, even if you are, for example, painting this sigil on your paper and you are not using colors, it's fine. But the moment I am channeling it and you are seeing it on the picture or something, it is very important to connect also with the colors, because they are going to help you. Even if you don't believe in colors, you are still going to help you.
So essentially, it's bringing to you whatever a more focused way of bringing things to you. Whatever you wish for, it will help attract it faster, let's just say. So that's why you want to use a personalized sigil. And especially if you're doing magic work, it's very potent. And I think it's gone on the right person for the sigil, because it's gone on. Grim Reaper uses a lot of magic, so that's going to really help him.
It's your sigil.
It's beautiful.
See it? I I am going to send you a picture of that on the Discord in a second. And hope.
Okay, I am ready.
Okay,
Go
so you can.
forth, Vanity.
All right. So I,
Diva Dwarf.
yes, for Diva Dwarf, there, the cards just kind of just came out of the deck while I was shuffling. I think there is like 7 cards here right now with me. And let's start with this two, because this two kind of stands out to me a little bit more. I hope you can see it. It's the 7 of Chalices and the 4 of Pentacles. So I see that you may be overthinking a certain situation with you right now. Maybe whatever happened between you and Monet, is that how you pronounce their name? Monet? It's echoey. Is my voice echoey?
Not to the Discord, but let me just check on the live. 1 sec.
Okay, give me 1 minute. We're trying to fix this. Is it echoey now?
No, you're not echoey at all, Vanity. It's all good.
Okay.
It just sounds like it from your end.
Oh. Okay, so I had to
But on the
turn off,
stream, it's
yeah,
great.
I had to turn off the music so that it won't, echo back. All right.
Oh.
Yeah. So I have to fix that somehow later. Okay, so I was saying that these 2 cards kind of came up to me, kind of, kind of stood out to me. So when I do see that 7 of Cups, you tend to be thinking right now a lot about it. There's just so much overthinking going on with you right now. And it could stem from the situation that you've been through with Monet and having them block you and unblock you. That's kind of weird in my opinion. But as you said, that maybe in a way that they got over themselves, maybe in a way that they got over the situation and now they're ready to, you know, to kind of resolve whatever lingering energies that is kind of surrounding you. However, and the 4 of Pentacles, it's telling me to tell you that you need to set a little bit more boundaries. You need to set your boundaries with this person, because whatever happened between you and and Monet could have been avoided if you did not. I'm not saying that's your fault. If it could have been avoided if you stood up for yourself a little bit more. If you spoke what it is that needs to be spoken or needs to be said on your part and on your end. So yes, I do see that you're overthinking the situation, but you also need to set some boundaries for yourself with this person, because honestly, whatever they did to you, think about it this way. Is it worth having them back in your life? Is it worth having that trouble? Are they worth your time and your energy after what they've done? Okay? And the 2 of Pentacles, this is more for you, that you need to find that balance for yourself. You need to find what your priorities are when it comes to friendship. What are your priorities that you want with people in your life? Because you don't want to hang on to people that does not serve the best interest for you. People who hold you back instead of pushing you forward, right? You need to have that balance. And you need to, I think you need to bring certain areas of your life together. You need to understand that your shadow self, again, and your light self needs to work together into understanding what it is that is best for you, how you can move forward away from this situation, because honestly, I'm getting the energy of it's not that deep between the both of you, and you need to set some clear intentions for yourself, and you need to set clear intentions of what you want within this relationship if you choose to move forward with repairing your friendship. And with the Page of Swords and the Three of Swords, I see that they really did hurt you. Okay. Um, yeah, I do see that they definitely did hurt you. They they s- they kind of use what they know about you against you, and it did really hurt your feelings. Like you felt betrayed by what they did, and you've kind of grieved or still grieving the end of that friendship or the end of that relationship. Okay, I do see that they really, really did hurt you. So again, think about it. Is it worth repairing the relationship? You can always forgive them, but is it worth moving forward with them? So yeah, I do see that you felt betrayed, and you felt that when you needed them the most, they were absent. Okay, so yes, is it really worth it? Are they worth it? Ask yourself that. And when it comes to to you, this the Page of Cups and the Five of Cups, I see that you're very, very the term happy go lucky. Like you love to enjoy your life. You love to learn new things. You love to meet new people, and you embrace yourself and your creativity of that aspect of yourself that you embrace. But I also see that you allow yourself to be childish, because it's okay to be childish sometimes, and you like doing that. And a lot of people do see that bright side of you. They see happiness in that side of you. But what happened um, after that was you they kind of pulled out all that negative aspects of you, and then you tend to just focus on that part of yourself. You felt like you failed in some certain areas of the situation, and I'm not blaming anybody, but everyone played a part in, everyone always played a part in drama, because drama is, we don't like drama. And you kind of felt disappointed. Maybe you felt like there was more that you could do to salvage whatever destruction happened. You felt that you could definitely salvage some things between you and Monet. But honestly, I wouldn't. This is an advice, not really a reading, but I wouldn't give my time to this person. Being them, having know you who you are, using what they know about you against you, and making you feel like you are the bad person. Okay, because with the Five of Cups, you're now focused more on your negative aspects of yourself more than you are focusing on the best parts of yourself. Maybe it's time for you to do shadow work. Okay? Maybe it's time for you to finally accept that, you know, I may be this person. I may have good qualities, and I may have bad qualities, but all that together makes me who I am. Maybe you need just to accept that fact that we all have bad and good qualities. And as for your question, I can't pronounce that name, so I'm going to say the third party. And as your question for the third party, whether they have anything to do with them uh, unblocking you. And let's pull some cards for that. Oops. Seven of Wands. I really would be wary about that person. Okay, just I don't think they have the best intentions for you, and I really think that they kind of want to challenge you in some way. So be wary of that person. Let's see what else. The Knight of Swords. They definitely do run the show behind the scenes, okay? So maybe they might have influence of what happened, and they are still having that same influence of what is happening and what is progressing forward now. So be wary of that person. Five of Swords, okay? Um, I think this is a little bit of a warning from your spirit team that when when your choice to proceed forward, at what cost are you going to give up your energy for? At what cost are you going to sacrifice yourself or your time for this person, for Monet, right? So be wary of the third party. Sorry, I can't pronounce their name. Um, However, I did pull more sorry, not tarot, oracle decks for you. The first one is the Dragonfly Mermaid. I love this card. Um, this card is telling me that good news is coming. There are things that is coming to you that is going to be positive, okay? Through maybe this situation. Maybe you can find closure within this by just talking to that person, to be honest. Maybe all you needed was closure, and that is the good news that you may hear. Allow yourself to have that closure and move on. Okay, don't dwell on the past anymore. Move on. And the other one is the Frog Princess. I think this is telling you to seek advice from your spirit team a little bit more. Open yourself up to your spirit guides, your ancestors, and if you do um, deity veneration, as your deities, all right? Open yourself up into receiving messages that is coming in for you, because your spirit team is what needs to be. Sorry, your spirit team is helping you. They're guiding you. They want you to have the best possible outcome in every situation. They are there for your greatest good, and they are there to help you achieve your higher self. And I pulled more cards because I felt like I needed to. I think right now you're going through some changes. You're going through some form of self-discovery. You're going through a transformation, a metamorphosis. You're coming out of your shell. And maybe this situation, it sucks, but it had to happen so that you could be pushed forward into making yourself better. Okay? Maybe this situation was helping you discover certain areas of yourself that needed discovering for you to be getting one step ahead of your growth and your spiritual self. And the other card is the Leap of Faith. It's telling me that you do need to have a little bit more faith in yourself. This card, I feel like it's talking about you. You need to have more faith in yourself and your abilities, because don't let other people use it against you. Because don't let them weaponize it against you. You have all the abilities and you have all the resources for you to achieve what it is that you need, to achieve all the good things you want for yourself. Don't let anyone take that from you. Have faith in yourself that you can do better, that you deserve better, and that you need better, okay? Another card, the last one, Peaceful Warrior, Archangel Ariel. She's my favorite. She comes in telling you that maybe you do need to resolve this, but don't resolve it in arguments, don't resolve it by pointing at each other, don't blame each other. More of accepting that you both had a role that played in that destruction, but also listen to their side and allow yourself to open up a little bit more about how you felt during that situation to them. And if they're willing to listen, that's amazing. And if they're not, don't waste your time. Okay? Resolve this peacefully for yourself. Okay? So I hope this message gives you a little bit more clarity on what is happening. And I hope that, it helps you move forward with your growth. Yes, that's your reading. Who is going next?
So we are going to put a pause on the reading, unless somebody wants to make a donation for a read and get a read from 3 readers. It doesn't matter how much you want to donate, but it does make a fair exchange of energy. As you can imagine, we are quite tired doing readings, and certainly we do love to help. That's why we do these giveaways and first free read. But it would be great to feel appreciated if you could give in some donation. That would help us keep going with this work. Thank you. In the meantime, we want to talk about sigils.
Yeah.
So Urian's mentioned earlier the Solomonic sigil for the sun, and me and Viety, we're going to finish off with Thursday and Friday. I'll give Viety a few minutes, so I'll start with Jupiter, which is Thursday, and Viety will continue with Venus. Then we'll start introducing. Yeah, that's why you have it. And we're going to introduce Reiki, as a energy work, the benefits, and how people can work with it and what it does for them. But okay, I guess what I'll do is start with the Jupiter. So the Pentacle of Jupiter is for prosperity. Yay! Money, abundance, prosperity. And it's on a Thursday. And Thursday is, such an expansive day. Every time there's a Thursday, I really do feel amazing. And the metal that corresponds to Jupiter is tin. And you want to make your pentacle on tin metal. And tin is not difficult to get. There's a lot of jars that have tin top. So, you could just use the tin jar top to paint your pentacle on there. And you want to do it on a Thursday, first hour of the morning. But wait for the hour of Jupiter, of course. So there's such thing as a planetary hour calculator. And so for Jupiter, it will have to be right before the sun rises. And then you can, it's quite complicated, but I'm simplifying it, super simplifying it here. But, you would then have a ritual bath, cleanse yourself, use a bromelain oil, anoint your candles, and start drawing your pentacle. And once you've drawn your pentacle, you would then want to activate it. And there's particular ways of activating it. We're not going to go into that today. Today's more talking about, what does the pentacle do for you, essentially. So, oh yes, and the color is blue for Jupiter. I use blue mostly. Some people say purple, but really for the Solomonic magic, you want to use blue, a royal blue for Jupiter. And okay, so the first pentacle of Jupiter is it's actually the activator of all the other pentacles of Jupiter. Because why? It actually has the sigil of the spirit of Jupiter in there, as well as the main angels that look after the treasures and money. So you have like Paraziel, who's the sort of the main angel that governs the other four angels, which is Devakaya, Netoniel, and Zedekiah. And then you also want to actually add, Satchel in there, because Satchel is the archangel, who's the boss of Paraziel. So you want to find the sigil for Satchel to work with this. But essentially, you want to use the spirit of Jupiter, the sigil of the spirit of Jupiter, to activate it. And this is the pentacle you would use to activate every other pentacle. And this is, of course, I'm simplifying everything here. Understand, Solomonic magic is very long. I'm not going to say complex, but it's very lengthy and precise. But we are really skimming over the top here. So these the first pentacle is to invoke the spirit of Jupiter, and it basically I wanted to add Paraziel is the Lord and Master of treasures, and it not only activates the other pentacle, but it brings fortunes and treasures to those who use that first pentacle. And on the pentacle itself is the mystical character of Jupiter, so the sigil of Jupiter, and around are the name of the angel, Netoniel, Devakaya, Zekiah, and Paraziel, all written in Hebrew. So good luck painting that. Then the second of pentacle is you would want to use the first pentacle to activate the second pentacle, because remember, the spirit of Jupiter is on the first pentacle. And that's what activates it. And of course, the same angels will be working on it: Paraziel, Netoniel, Zedekiah, and Tezekiah. And it's used to acquire glory, honors, dignities, riches, and all kinds of good, as well as giving you the great tranquility of mind, peace of mind, and discovering treasures, and chase away spirits who preside over them. So for me, if you want to work with the pentacle of Jupiter, I would say go for the second pentacle, because it offers that peace of mind, as well as everything else, the treasures, the glory, the wealth, and peace of mind. As we know, so many rich people don't have peace of mind. So if you want to, choose a pentacle, a Jupiter pentacle, go for the second one. And the versicle around it is wealth and riches are in his house, and his righteousness endureth forever. And this is written in Hebrew around the pentacle. And interestingly, the second pentacle has the same verse as the fourth pentacle. But let's keep going. The third pentacle is to defend and protect those who invoke spirits. And it makes the spirit obey them. Okay, so, why would you want to call the spirit, and, how would you make the spirit obey you? Interestingly, on this third pentacle, you will find the spirit of Jupiter on there, and the seal of Jupiter. Both of them are there. So you want to be using the third pentacle for the seal of Jupiter and the spirit of Jupiter. So why, what kind of spirit are you going to be calling, and that you want them to obey immediately? Of course, this is working with Jupiter, so the spirit you're going to be calling is spirits to bring you money, abundances, fame, glory, anything that involves prosperity and wealth. So, that's a pretty powerful one, because it actually contains not only the spirit of Jupiter, as I mentioned to you, but the seal of Jupiter as well. And there's letters of the divine name IHVH, which is divine name for source. sorry, it's, when I say spirit, I mean intelligence of Jupiter. Anyway, so there's the name Adonai. Adonai means God in Hebrew. God has so many names. There's actually 72 Hebrew names for God. But anyway, Adonai is one of them. NIHVH. Around it is the versicle of the palm, a song of degrees. They that trust in Yod He Vav He shall be as Mount Zion, which cannot be removed, but abideth forever. Then you have the fourth pentacle, which I mentioned has the same versicle as the second one. And it's basically it's to acquire riches and honor and to possess much wealth. This one was really drawing in the money aspect of it. That wealth aspect. It doesn't provide you that peace of mind and the other extra bits, the hidden treasures and that sort of thing, as the other second pentacle offers. It's more focused, like I said, on just wealth. And the angels there that's inscribed on this pentacle is Bariel. It's a main angel. So you have the divine name Ea, and the angels Adoniel and Bariel, and it reads, wealth and riches are in his house, and his righteousness endureth forever. The same versicle as the second one. And then we have the fifth pentacle, and this one is to gain power and assure visions. Visions could be anything, seeing the future even. And it's said that, Jacob used this pentacle and he was able to, have a ladder which reached up to the heavens, so as in like direct connection with source. So this fifth pentacle is a sort of promising you source hearing you, and like a communication line, like your direct telephone line with source in terms of making request and gaining power. And there are many things on this particular pentacle, many mystical names, divine name, and the verse is, as I was amongst the captive by the river of Shebar, the heavens were open and I saw vision of Elohim. In my opinion, this okay, so this apparently this is something that Jacob said from the Bible, but okay. Sixth pentacle, it's gives you protection against all earthly dangers, and you just need to look at it each day. In fact, all the pentacles, what you want to be doing is looking at it. The way that Solomon wants us to work with it is, it doesn't tell us to actually wear it, the actual knowledge that comes through. It doesn't say, okay, wear your pentacle on you. It says keep it in silk and have this specific sigil on this silk, and only stare at the pentacle, and activate it by reading the versicle with your left hand regularly and staring at it and getting visions and whatnot. Nowadays, it's become so common for people to have a sigil of Solomon, just buying it from Etsy and wearing it on them, having no idea how it actually operates. But anyway, that will be for another time. And we have different names of angels, and the psalm is, they pierced my hand and my feet, and I may tell all my bones. So essentially this one's just to protect you, and you would be looking at this pentacle, and the spirit will be able to work with you and surround you, and source will command these spirits to, via the sigil of course, because the sigils are binding them, to offer you unseen protection. And then the last sigil is a sigil to guard you against poverty, so that you may never be afflicted by debt, loss of job, not having money, owing money, and that sort of thing. So it's against poverty, and it also can help you gain treasures or discover treasures where you may otherwise not have discovered treasures. So things that are hidden by spirits, but with this particular pentacle, when you gaze at it, you may get visions of going at a particular place or something. And what is treasures? It could be simply something literally like going into a place and digging into the ground and getting gold, or some very rare crystal, or it could be inspiring you to do to enter a particular giveaway and getting money from it, or applying for something and getting that unexpected return. And yes, there's a lot of different sigils on there. And the psalm read, lifting up the poor out of the mire and raising the needy from the dunghill, that he may set him with princes, even with the princes of his people. So, the vertical is very powerful because it's raising someone who's from dirt to the status of a prince, giving him a lot of power. My favorite is the second pentacle. Probably you've already guessed. And you always want to use the first pentacle to activate any other pentacle. I'm done. Thank you very much.
All right. Now we're going to talk about the last one, the pentacle of Venus. Um, Venus is the color of green. I know, strange, but it's also the metal of copper, and the day is Friday. So the first pentacle of Venus, it, it talks about bringing in friendship to you. I see it as bringing in friendship, but in the text translation of the Greater Keys of Solomon, it says this and those following serve to control the spirits of Venus, and especially those herein written. And if you do take a look at the first pentacle of Venus, you can see that the angels' names are placed around it. So the first angel is Nogiel, and then it goes to Achiel, and then Sokodia, and then Nagariel. So those are the angels that surrounds the first pentacle of Venus, bringing in friendship. It also gets you their attention. Okay, and the second pentacle of Venus is, yes, it's something to do with love, but not in a way of romantic partnership, but something that you desire the most in your heart. It could be a person, it could be you desire happiness, you desire a comfortable life. You can use this pentacle to achieve what it is that your heart's desire. And it says the pentacle are also proper for obtaining grace and honor, and for all things which belong unto Venus, and for accomplishing all thy desires herein. Um, there is the versicle, place me as a signet upon thy heart, as a signet upon thine arm, for love is strong as death. So for me, at least for how I would do it, I would wear this as a necklace because that would be the closest to my heart. Or, you could be a little bit extra and, make the pentacle out of copper and carry it around with you close to your chest, or even just on your arm. Modern day practices, I've seen people, tattoo it on their bodies, but I wouldn't tattoo a Solomonic pentacle on my body because, it's not something I want to always manifest. All right, so let's move on to the third pentacle of Venus. So this pentacle, the third one, I feel like this is one that if people want to attract love, attract respect, and honor into their life, you want to attract the good qualities of yourself to other people. And the text says If it be only shown unto any person, serve to attract love. Its angel Monachiel should be invoked in the day and hour of Venus. So, invoke this angel on the day of Friday. And I think there's an app where it tells you the hour of the planets. I forgot what that app is called, but you can find it on your phone. Um, Especially do it at night. So, yeah, so the angels that are written on the third pentacle is Ru. Oh my god, I can't pronounce this. Ruach, Achides, Agamiel, Monachiel, and Degaliel. I really hope I am pronouncing this right. And I see that they do take a verse from the Bible, Genesis, and it says, "And Elohim blessed them, and Elohim said upon them, Be ye fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth and subdue it." So that is the verse for the third pentacle of Venus. And then moving on to the fourth pentacle of Venus, this is for, this is something that I think a lot of people tend to use a little bit more than the rest, because this is attracting your target's attention. So this is targeting a person. Okay, so you want them to desire you, you use this pentacle. Okay, so the fourth pentacle, it says it is of great power, since it compels the spirit of Venus to obey and to force on the intent any person thou wishes to come unto thee. So again, you are targeting a specific someone to desire you. And I would say this is more of it goes on the lines of the obsession spell that we see a lot. Yeah, this is the obsession, the possession spell that we see a lot. So, and the four angels that surrounds this pentacle is, I can't pronounce the angels' names again. Sachi, Ali, Ayib, and again, there is also a passage from the Bible. Again, it's the Genesis. This is bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh, and they two were one flesh. So this kind of gives you the idea of what this pentacle can help you achieve. I wouldn't necessarily use this pentacle for that purpose, but to each their own. And the last pentacle, the fifth, which excites great passion when it's shown to, again, a certain target. So again, this is targeting a specific person that you want in your life. And it says, when it's only shown unto any person soever, it inciteth and exciteth wonderfully unto love. So this, you have to let them see this pentacle. You have to invoke this pentacle, and you make sure that the person that you want to excite sees this pentacle. So again, I guess wear it somewhere that is visible around you. So, and the names that it's around the pentacle is Elohim, El Gabil, and two other names which I don't think has been deciphered yet, as what the text said. So, use this pentacle, and this pentacle to be evoked is coming from the palms, again from the Bible. My heart is like wax, and it melts in the midst of my bowels. Yes, and that is the fifth and the last pentacle of Venus.
Pretty powerful pentacles. And yeah, so it comes from the ancient Hebrew Bible. And I guess we'll start talking about Reiki.
Yes.
So, what is Reiki? Well, it means life energy or universal life energy. And Reiki has been used for quite a while. It's a type of energy healing. And why do you want to have Reiki, for example? Basically, the body has chakras and meridian points, and very often the energy doesn't flow properly. And this can be for a number of reasons: childhood traumas, karmic past, ancestral karma, past lives, so many things. Okay, could be the reason for energy not moving through the body. It could be the healthiest person. You know, you go out to run every day, you do your yoga, you eat super healthy and everything else, and you might still be ill. And why is that? Well, it's because the energy is not flowing properly because there are issues that haven't been addressed that may not be in the consciousness of that particular person. I mean, how would they know, for example, that they have a ancestral karma to clear, or that they have a past life pain that they are still carrying with them, or multiple past life pains that they're still carrying with them. And so this would result because of that energy not moving as it should. And where the energy stagnates, that's where you get illnesses. Sometimes depression, emotional pain, and you may not really know the cause, or maybe you've based it on some simple reason for your ongoing depression or being bipolar, or those sort of mental situation. But these stagnation result in illnesses. And Reiki then acts as a medicine in the sense that it allows the energy to flow. It removes the blocks. And when I'm talking about blocks, we're talking about any blockages. So blockages from karma, past lives, childhood trauma, all sorts of trauma. And how can Reiki do that? Well, because it has many different symbols. If we go by the Yusui symbol and the Karuna one, we have one which is the Hontra Seishonen, which is basically it transgresses time and space and dimension. So then the energy is able to flow in all these time spaces and dimension to clear the energy. So it's not just clearing it from your body, it's clearing it from your different etheric bodies. You have multiple etheric bodies. And as well as it being able to, the Karuna one is Zonar. And there's many different Reiki symbol. But yeah, I've just mentioned two of a pretty powerful one. And essentially, people have used Reiki for many things, like rebalancing their chakras, clearing blockages, as I mentioned, removing attacks that's been put on you, or magic that's been done on you. Maybe you're aware or not aware, but it's like stuck in your energy field, and it's causing you bad luck, and you're not able to know why you're suffering or having a run of bad luck. And Reiki can really go in there and clear all that. And it helps with your aura, strengthens your aura, and some of the health benefits, and obviously it ranges, but it really helps with helps you relax, relieves you from emotional stress, helps with mental well-being, even conditions such as cancer, depression, infertility, neurodegenerative disorders like Alzheimer, autism, fatigue or chronic fatigue. Note that with autism and with Alzheimer, this is not going to, or cancer even, it's not going to be like a one-time Reiki session of an hour and you're done and it's cleared. Reiki is a cumulative energy flow, and it needs to be cumulative energy flow because your body can only take a certain amount of energy at one space at any moment in time, because too much of this energy can actually not benefit you but cause you more problem, because it's an excess of energy and it can cause you more pain or more harm than good. So it has to be broken into a different session. That's why people often advise, when you start with Reiki, have a session once every 2 weeks, and then have top-up sessions, so that it gives the time for the energy to be able to do its magic, and accessing all these, for example, if it's past life karma and that sort of thing, that it's able to transcend these dimension and time and clear these blockages. You can't expect centuries or thousands or millions of years of blockages from previous lifetime to be cleared in a 1 hour session. It doesn't work like that. I wish it did, but sadly it doesn't. So it's a case of a regular upkeep of it, but generally within a period of 3 months, with breaks in between. Of course, not on a regular, too regular basis. It can be after the once every 2 weeks. It can be once every 3 weeks, and then once every month during that period of 3 months. After that, it rebalances everything, clears all the negativities or blockages, and you'll see life will just open up to you. Things that you weren't able to manifest before, suddenly it's like, a click of a finger, things just comes a lot faster, because you don't have these blockages in your energetic body. Your thoughts become, there's no barriers to your thoughts. Your thoughts are just going out into the universe, and the universe hears your thought and being able to answer it. There are some side effects to Reiki. Sometimes some people can get bruises on their body and that sort of thing. And why that is the case is because when a door has been closed for a long time and light hasn't penetrated that door, well, that light can feel a bit harsh. So some people can, this is in very rare cases, very, very rare cases, but some people can, have more bad symptoms before the good symptoms, because obviously when you're clearing all that gunk and all those blockages, it's not a nice period. It's going to be a period of releasing all that pain, releasing all the trauma. So, it won't be as harsh, but you will feel there's the release happening, and you'll be more aware of what's going on with you. You may even get visions and that sort of thing. But once it's cleared, your life, is obviously, your aura is clean, and, no blockages stopping you from enjoying your life. But then what happens is, obviously, you continue going on with life, and then maybe there's other things, other blockages in this lifetime that comes into your energetic body. Maybe you have a bad relationship and this causes some form of trauma. Then, you want to sort of, do some more Reiki and that sort of thing. But beside that, Reiki is very soothing. You do feel the effect, and there's a lot of more information, which we'll go into in more videos that we're going to be showing. And we're also going to be offering short-term Reiki session for you guys. And I'll let Urians and Vati add what they would like.
I think you have one question on the chat from Dr. Schnipples asking, did you say Reiki can heal autism?
Yes, I did. And if you heard correctly, I said it wasn't going to be an instant thing. You cannot expect to heal autism in a 1 hour session or in a 1 hour and a half session. This is going to be like, for this type, like even cancer, Alzheimer and autism, you would need at least, I would say, about a year of having Reiki on a regular basis. And what I mean by regular could be even once a month, but that the energy needs to really penetrate the areas that need to be healed, and it needs to be done in a continuous fashion, because obviously when it's degenerated or defective. Sorry if that's offensive. I don't mean it in that way, but some people call it as a genetic problem or a mutation as such. But there's so many theories on it. But let's just say that there's also mercury involved, mercury poisoning, and all sorts of that sort of thing. So it needs it will help clear a lot of the toxins that initially brought about the disease, then starts healing the disease. So there's multiple layers of it, but it's a long-term treatment for these kind of disease like Crohn's disease, Alzheimer, cancer. And if you look at the result, you'll find that a lot of cancer patients get so much relief from Reiki. And autistic people feel a lot calmer. They are able to sort of not get so much in that tunnel where they get lost. The tantrums calms down. They're able to operate more, let's just say, more efficiently in the world, and find their place more so in a more integrated fashion, because it's difficult for someone with autism to to understand the world like others do, because their brain is wired completely differently. Hopefully that answers your question.
Okay, we hope it does, because we have no message back for now. Okay, I don't think we are having more viewers who wants a reading, so I suppose we might be going with the general reading for the collective and finish for today. What do you girls think?
I think so. I think we've done a good long session, and I hope everyone has enjoyed it.
Helping people.
All right. So
I am going with healing cards today for the collective. You know? Aline, who's you didn't got your reading?
were you in the queue?
They were in the queue, but I remember that they were in the queue, but I was thinking that we did all of the reading.
Yeah, I thought we did it too. What was your question, Elenux?
Sorry if we missed you, but we'll fix that. Don't worry.
Urians, you already have your decks ready.
Yeah.
Yes. I can do your reading, but just tell me your question. I have always my decks ready. They're all around me. You just don't see it on the camera. Okay. So I am gonna go with that reading.
So I see some deleted messages. What's happened, Violet? Do you know?
Deleted
Uh,
messages?
there was a spam message.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there was a spammer.
What was he spamming?
I have no idea.
Uh, that you can buy followers.
By
That he
what?
what?
That you can buy followers from them.
Oh,
Oh my goodness. Phew.
Yes, I know. I am doing your reading right now.
And I don't actually see this question from Dr. Schneeples. I don't know if it's just my.
it's there. I see it.
It's strange. I don't see it.
There
So
is a very big delay today from OBS to the stream. That's why, maybe.
maybe. Yeah.
About 20 seconds delay.
I should have seen it by now, but still nothing. Strange.
Maybe when you rewatch the stream.
Yeah. Sorry, Dr. Schnipples, I didn't even know that you asked the question, but I hope that it answered your question. That was a lot of use of question in one sentence. By the way, guys, we're hosting for Wednesday healing. So the reading will be focused on healing. What do you need to heal? What, even sort of the shadow. We're going to be doing our giveaways, of course. So you need to join Discord to be able to benefit from these giveaways. If you don't join Discord, you won't get the giveaways, or you won't be able to enter to get the giveaways. So do join Discord, and Wednesday we're going to be doing, working mostly with healing, and then Saturday we have something really interesting. We're going to be talking about magic and herbs. Yes, you heard us, and we're going to have live. We'll each show you live how you can use herbs in a magic fashion, as in, physically show you how to do it. We will still do readings, focus more on the healing side. However, if someone doesn't want to have readings on healing, and they're a new follower, then they would need to donate to have a different question. So because we do intend to focus on what needs healing, shadow work, and that sort of thing.
Can I go?
Yeah.
Linux. So as I am going with the reading, there are some different energies that you are projecting. Very different energies. You seem to be a person who is very connected to earth element, who's very stable and having so much energy also. But on the same time, the people are seeing you like a person which is very cold and is also bringing some sort of a nostalgia. Like you're focusing so much in the past and you're often sad, and that's affecting you. And when I am looking at my love oracle, I am getting that you want to meet new people, you want to actually go ahead with people, getting some sort of connection to them, finding your love, finding happiness and joy. But on the same time, energy you're projecting, it's a little opposite to what you want. You're projecting that yes, you have so much energy and you are prosperous and happy, but on the same time, you're bringing so much cold energy, like you're not often smiling, you're cold, and you're also often switching between moods, like very sad or very depressive, and the next moment very happy, and then again being angry at something, and your emotions are very very unbalanced and they are affecting you pretty much. When I am asking for my healing deck, I am getting cycles. You might need to heal cycles. What is happening around? It's repeating some sort of a pattern. You need to find that pattern and break it down. Why it's happening? Why it's affecting you? why it's coming here, what can be done to actually change it. So you need to change the cycles appearing in your life and your patterns, because otherwise you are not going to actually do it. It's like at some point it's making me feel like you're trying to project so much positive energy, and you're having so much of positive energy inside, but you're also afraid of opening for the others and actually showing it up for people, and they see just this colder side of yours, which is actually making it a little negative for them, and they are not exactly approaching you because they don't understand you as much. They are afraid of actually understanding you. But if you want to hear that patterns, there is a card for you from the soul truth. Where am I with my health goals? Where do I want to be? Why I am not there? What will it take for me to feel free? So this is actually what might be helping you. It's not even about the health as much, but you can answer all those questions about the health. But you should also try to think uh, about these people around you. Why? What are your goals? Where you want to be? Why you think you are not there? And what should be done to actually be there? I'm going to read you the card. If my body could talk, it would say what it would say. Think about it. What it would say and what will happen. Feed your body what it needs to feel nourished, appreciated, and loved. Make some new exciting goals to take your health to the next level. So yes, you can try that health one, but you can try exactly the same thing with the other thing. And yes, actually, I think shadow working might be helping you, and I am going to drag one, no, two cards for you yet about the shadow working. The first one is the archetype, which might be helping you, and that one is the village. Nowadays, is quite often appearing archetype. I don't know why, but the village itself is like what you feel when you're thinking about the village is slow, is connected with the earth, it's connected to the few people whom you know and trust. It's your family, it's the close ones to you, but it's also some sort of an slow energy in here. You might need to try focusing on that inside of you, on this archetype. What means the village? What you're hiding in this village, because we're feeling safe in the village. It's like, unlike in the city where you are surrounded with the crowds and don't feeling safe often, the village is safe place for us. So what you are hiding inside of you, what is inside of your village in your heart, this is something what might be actually helping you us to deal with this shadow working. And the last card that is coming from the dark mirror deck. Let me just take it out. And that one is named Today for Tomorrow. So whatever you are doing today, think of it how it's going to affect you tomorrow. And if you're, for example, feeling happy today, try to do something which will help you making tomorrow happier. So whatever you are doing, whatever you are feeling, and whatever actions you are taking in life, think about tomorrow, what it will bring for you tomorrow. If you are agreeing of doing something you don't feel like you should be doing, tomorrow you will be tired and you wouldn't be able to actually deal with things you want to do. So you need to think with the goals which are like going forward to the future. Try to see what might be actually helping you with the future in general. What you want to get in future, how it's supposed to work, and try to actually make it slowly working. Try to make some sort of plans, goals, and then slowly realize that them. it's connecting, actually making me feel about this soul truth card, because it was literally giving you the question to start with. So it was giving you what where I am with my goals, what I want them to be, why I am not there, what have to be done to be there. So all of that questions are going to help you with that card today for tomorrow, because they will give you some sort of an energy to push forward, to make the changes you want, and actually being affected by them. So that's my reading for you. I hope it helps. And okay, um, if you have any more questions for that reading, let me know. But I think this explains everything. You are welcome. I am happy if this helped. And okay, uh, so we are going with the collective readings. I think Anki and Vayasi are lost somewhere.
Oh, I'm here.
I'm here
Just
too.
clearing the. So, if you would like to check the About section, there's a lot there. So, check out About section and see what you find interesting there. And you can order sigils, chakra read, aura scanning, and other things on there. So have a look. And we also are now doing private readings. So if you want to have a one-to-one private reading that does not, that's full anonymity, we will have a private channel for you, and you'll be on the reader will be live on video like we are now, but just for you. And that is not yet on Twitch, but if you head to our Discord, there's the option of private readings on there. It's only $10, and you can pick your reader, whoever you want, and you can get to spend a lot more time.
You got cut out. Hello?
Twitch.
All right. You're back on.
Okay, hello. I don't know where I got cut off, but I was saying if you want a private reading just with your reader of choice, we have a private channel on Discord. Go onto Discord because we don't have that service yet on Twitch, and you can make you could book it there. And how it works is you'll be like on Twitch, but it's not on Twitch. The videos will still be on. You'll still see the cards. You'll still be interacting, but you can interact more directly. You could be on voice call, asking more questions for clarification, go more in depth.
Yes.
Discord, there's a section, I believe it's called just private reading, and you can book it there. And check out YouTube. There's our past podcast on there, so that might be interesting too. Are we doing more reading?
Are we?
I don't know. I see you laying the cards
I
via
thought we're
too, so I'm
doing
like,
a
Collective readings.
yeah. So I'm gonna do
oh, we're
small
doing a
one.
collective reading. A collective reading for what exactly? Sorry, I got lost.
To go with the shadow working and the healing for
Okay.
You can choose your
For
topic.
for the collective, just to not no one specific or no specific sign.
No.
For correct.
Okay.
You can choose whatever you want to actually go collective. Maybe this will give some insight for the people. You know that I like doing the shadow work in readings, so
While I arrange my cards.
it's okay. Take your time. I am just starting, so. And one more card. Okay, so it seems I am going to start again. I suppose your Anki are already prepared.
No, you can go ahead.
Okay. I don't know why, but I am always finishing it before everyone. Okay. So collective reading for the shadow working. The first card, the archetype, as usual, is going to be bridge. So you're connecting two sides of yourself. It might be the positive and negative side. It might be masculine and feminine energy. It might be anything, but you are going to work on connection, the bridge, uh, joining these two extremes in general and balancing. So this is the most important archetype for this week. What you need to heal, because that is the most important question. The sexual art, the letting go, and the alchemy. So there are three things which might be very important. So sexual arts, sexual energy, the primordial energy of existence, also the energy of pleasure, anything like that. There is also much of things connected to that and of letting go. So, any negative experience related to your sexual energy, any experience related to your relationships, whatever it is, you have to let it go. And the alchemy here is also showing that you will be changing things, you will be transmuting things from one thing to another. You're going to transmute it because you're healing. So you are making the changes, and you're transmuting those energies in general, and you're getting this bridge. So you're connecting that, letting go of whatever you're thinking about the sexual arts, and trying to transmute this energy into something positive, into something better. We're often surrounded with the beliefs we get from our childhood or the society around us about the sex in general. So all that pleasure, all that energy is going to be healed. It's needing to be healed because we're ignoring it at some point, and it needs to be connected um, to our soul, to us. And now, what is your question for this week? Am I focused on what I want most? So what you want most? How you can use this sexual energy into bringing this manifestation? There is so much of about the sex magic. You might be trying that, and you might be trying to actually use that. So, one reason so few of us achieve what we truly want is that we never direct our focus, we never concentrate our power. Most people dabble their way through life, never deciding to master anything in particular. What you focus on grows. Today, ask yourself, is my life a reflection of my values, or do I need to make adjustments? Prioritize. Try to focus on that and all that healing. Try to see how we can use all of that letting go of beliefs, letting go of anything negative, transmute that energy and heal your sexual energy. And the last card for me is a little spell for you. And this is a moon spell and is air conjuration. When the new moon is in an air sign, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, light the following incenses: lavender and sandalwood. Light one white candle and one blue candle and say, Winged Mercury, god of air, I entreat you to bring me sight, and through awareness, like the wind, speed my way, make everything new. This verse should give you sharpness and great clarity of mind. Listen to your intuition now, it will not fail you. Write down your insight. So that's a spell for you for this week. And yes, Grim Reaper. The sex magic can be actually used for so many creative things and actually achieving something.
Yes, don't sleep on sex magic.
Mm. That is gonna be a week of pleasure, it seems. At some point. Even if you're healing, you're actually focusing on a pleasure. But
Yes.
okay, that's everything for me. Beauty, you can go on.
Alright. So I am going to do the reading of what you don't want to hear that's going on around you. What you're doing, but you don't want to admit to it.
That
Let's
sounds.
Yeah, so it's like shadow work, but some things you just gotta hear, right? So let's talk about the tarot. So three tarot cards. I was called to pull three: the Knight of Chalice and the Queen of Chalice. Let's talk about this two first. I am feeling that you are you are basing your decisions more on your feelings than you are balancing it out with rationality. You tend to be a little bit more selfish right now. You're only caring about yourself and what you want to see. So it tends to cloud your judgment a little bit. And you're so up in your head, you're such in your daydream world, this delusion that you're forcing an unattainable desire or an unattainable fantasy to your reality. You're trying to fit those two together, which is not working out for you. And ask yourself a little bit more. Are you setting healthy boundaries for yourself? Are you setting healthy boundaries for people around you? Okay, are you allowing yourself to be taken advantage of at the same time? And then when you look at the Knight of Swords, you see that you tend to have built a little bit of arrogance around your fantasy. So why ask yourself why you did that. Is it a form of protection for yourself? Is it to run away from whatever reality is that is not the best for you right now? Or are you exploiting your own emotions, trying to manipulate people into getting things done for you? Okay? And that kind of leaves you in a state of overthinking. Overthinking yourself, overthinking if you are good enough, or is someone going to finally figure out what I'm doing? You're spending so much time with that, and just have a little bit of patience right now. I think that's what you need. And when the yin comes out in the horse card, you are a little bit unrestrained, okay? You're not focused, okay? You're very rebellious right now. What are you fighting against? Ask yourself that. Maybe work a little bit more on that, because you need to be a bit more patient. You need to do away with your ego, do away with that arrogance, and accept advice from people who really want to help you. So, slow down, calm down, okay? And I see pulling out the oracle cards from the angel tells me that you need to take a little bit of time away from society. Take a little bit of time for yourself, okay? The card connect with music, listen to music, listen to something that does make you happy, and music brings people together. So use that to bring wholeness to yourself. Use music because music's amazing. And with the spirit animal, this is, well, you can see the card as a Native American, but I can only speak on the fluya. So, in my idea of a fluya it's one part of our soul. All right, it's in translation from Icelandic is follower. Okay, they are the follower. They are people. No, sorry, they're not people. They're animals, part of who we are. And there's a myth saying if our fluya dies, we die. That's how connected we are to, the spiritual realm, the spiritual animal realm. And this card tells me that you need to open up to your spirit team for getting advice. You need to accept their advice, and you need to be open to listening, okay? 'Cause right now I see that your communications may not be on, so just open up yourself. They're there for your best self. They're there for your greatest good. And yes, that's my reading for the general population, or the general collective. And Anki can go next.
I guess Anki left for a moment. Or she muted herself and we don't hear her.
She is back.
Hey.
Hello?
What?
Have you finished reading, Vati?
Yes,
Yes.
I have. It's your turn.
Okay, so... Yep. Sorry, I just was putting decks away. So I'm going to start with the shadow aspect for the collective that the collective needs to consider, at least, and try to work on. And so we have the first card being that of the Seeker. In this card they have the light aspect and the shadow aspect, but I focus mostly on the shadow aspect. So this is like basically showing a lost soul who is on a journey that he has no idea why he's on this journey exactly. It doesn't have any direction. He's disconnected from his goals, and he easily gets trapped into perhaps YouTube guru videos and other self-help. But, he's not actually doing the work, though. It's more like he kind of likes to watch video, share it around to other people to make it look like he's really spiritually working on himself. But in fact, it's ego. And he's not changing anything. So the message here for the collective is, are you, when you are looking at these self-help videos, healing videos, are you more interested in sharing it with other people to make yourself look like you're doing the work? Or are you genuinely doing the work? So it's a question to ask yourself. And if it's the former, which is, you're sort of more interested in how people respond to the video that you shared, as opposed to the work that you yourself are doing on yourself, then that's ego. And that is something that needs to be looked at internally, and no videos, no nobody, absolutely nothing can do anything to change that. It is a work, an inner shadow work that needs to be done yourself. You need to go into a deep shamanic inner journey to understand, where's this ego coming from? What is it that I'm why am I doing this? Why am I needing the validity of other people? Why am I not focusing on the work for myself? Do I discount myself? Do I think I'm less important than other people? Is that why this ego is coming forward? So some question to consider. Then we have the next one being the engineer. And let's look at the shadow aspect of the engineer. So basically, this card is asking the collective to consider the needs of other people. More empathy, more caring of your neighbors. Has it become that you've become very mechanic, and people might post or say, oh, they're suffering and they're going through all these difficulties, and it doesn't affect you, doesn't concern you as much? Have you become cold? Have you become self-obsessed? So much so that, a cry for help from somebody else just makes you retreat. The engineer is is a brilliant character. He has, he can build, he can design, but he can also manipulate. So consider aspect and people in your life that you are manipulating to your own advantage. Because this is talking about selfishness of people, of the collective, that is still needing to let go of. Of course, we will always need to put ourselves first, but nothing prevents us from discarding the needs of other people, so that we get one step ahead in the world. Or, oh, well, you're not gonna listen to this person because they're going to affect your energy. People are always going to affect your energy. I mean, it's true, sometimes if you're feeling drained, then you need to look after yourself and consider yourself first, and not, on this particular time, keep your energy for yourself. But on days where you do have energy, why can't you help someone else? What's preventing you from doing that? It is important to help each other. With these type of shadow, a new world cannot come into being. This is the old world. This is what's been keeping humanity stuck. Then we have the Queen. Oh gosh, you guys can imagine what the shadow aspect of the Queen is. So that's arrogance, aggressivity, being stuck in destructive patterns of behavior, and not wanting to be challenged by authority. Now, not wanting to be challenged by authority, that's good. Especially if your authority wants something that's not good for you. But if the authority in question are people who care about you, but you cannot take the advice, then there's a problem. And you need to look deeper to see what triggers you from people telling you what to do, or constructive criticism that makes you become aggressive, and controlling in your behavior. Because this is the other aspect of the Queen. It says on there, controlling and demanding. So I feel, there's men and women that applies to, and there's more message about this in the other deck. So I feel letting go of control is really important, because you can't control things anyway. You may be under the delusion that you can control things in your life, and there are certain things you can control, but you can't control people. You know, government's doing it, and it's not working very well for them, is it? But let's bring it down to a intimate level. So your girlfriend, boyfriend, friend, or family is telling you an advice to help you, and because of control, you can't accept what they're telling you. And it's not just control, because it comes with ego as well. So how dare they tell me what to do? Like, it's not, it won't allow you to progress if you keep control and ego, because these two work hand in hand. And there's no such thing as control, because it's a terrible delusion that has been sold to us, to believe that we are in control. There's certain things we are, but most things not. So it's about allowing the flow and trusting that things are going to go as it should. And when people give you constructive criticism, to not see it as them trying to control you or aggress you or attack your ego, but that people are trying to help. Of course, use your discernment. Some people will, try to attack. But the shadow I'm seeing today, it's more so try to be more open, in receiving. And then the last card is Vampire. Gosh, it's not a cool card to see. This is happening in the collective. So we have Vampire. It's about negative attachment to other people, because you need validation for yourself. In fact, I see that a lot. And I can completely see why the collective sees that. The need for validation. Me. This happened to me, validate me. This, I'm sharing this, validate me. And it goes hand in hand with the seeker, which is also sort of trying to appear that he's actually transgressing and transmuting his shadow aspect, when actually he's looking for validation from other people. And the vampire does it no better. But the worst part is that they use other people to get energy. They may not be conscious of it. You guys may not be conscious of it. To those of you who may find this message difficult to hear, but consider, when you're speaking to somebody and that person is just listening to you, and you spend 30 minutes just talking and they're just listening and listening and listening, then is that other person being a vampire? And you just kind of giving them your energy? So this works on both sides. This is not just an attack on the people who are not aware or choose not to be aware of what they're doing to other people. This applies also for the people who are being drained. Be careful. Have your boundaries set up. Don't allow people to steal your energy. Because it is a big theme, and if this is to do with codependency, chronic complaining. That's the other thing. Are you a complainer? Do you complain all the time? This happened. Like, do you complain daily? If you complain daily, seriously, go do shadow work. Or I'll slap you. Honestly, it's no longer acceptable. You cannot do this. Chronic complaining is the fastest way to lose people around you. No one wants a chronic complainer. So stop it. If you want to complain, understand why you're complaining in number one place, and make sure that's not a pattern that you've just gotten used to. Just like, okay, today's Tuesday is my day of complaining. Let me complain. Come on, be more conscious of your living and of the energy you're putting out, because this is not helping you either. It's not helping other people. So become more conscious of the energy that you're putting out into the world, energy of other people on both sides. For those of you who are getting drained, be more discerning and put a stop to it. If someone is always complaining, etc., you don't have time for them. Period. You cannot keep yourself being drained, so just cut it off. Then we have some, so this is the shadow. Okay, was a little bit harsh, but shadows do need a little bit of harsh. So now on the lighter message. So one of the messages is be open to spiritual guidance. Ponder this question: how do you expect your prayers and guidance to come to you? Literally? In a vision? Are you someone who says that you're waiting for prayers to be answered because you want guidance that includes a safety net? Your goal is to own up to your spiritual insecurities and lack of faith. I feel this very much resonates with that seeker card that we found earlier. Be mindful of conflict. Okay, try not to get, I think it's especially nowadays, everybody's a little bit frustrated because of the COVID and Omicron and God knows what else. And, everyone's on a short fuse. So be mindful of conflict. And the message is, name one person with whom you have a power conflict and write an extensive description of the nature of that struggle without assigning blame. Only describe your own issues. Your goal, to become mindful that remaining in a conflict is a choice. Yes, you always have a choice. And the card, as per, the Queen and the Seeker and the Engineer, is relinquish control. Identify one person you feel the need to control and think about why that power is so essential to you. What do you fear if your hold is release? Your goal is to recognize how much stress is generated in your own body through the need to control someone else. That's a very good message. Remain centered. Okay? Focus on conscious tranquility. No matter how stressful the day is, your intention is to remain centered and calm. Your goal, to learn that you can control your psychic energy. So that's one thing you can control, your own energy, not other people. Observe your attitude. So this is very much goes in hand with the discernment, to become more aware at every moment, to be in presence of self, so you can truly understand the other person and what energy you're putting out to them. And it's an ongoing thing, it's not an instant fix. Determine whether you spend most of your energy in a positive or negative frame of mind. Do you have to remind yourself to be positive, or are you naturally that way? Your goal, to become mindful of whether you're unconsciously positive or negative. Great advice. And the last one is see God in everything. So this is about gratefulness as well. And connecting to divine and just, being grateful for every little thing. Put yourself in slow motion and observe everything and everyone through the lens of this is sacred and it speaks to me. So this is very much in line with all these other messages, which is to be more caring about the other person. This is sacred and it speaks to me. How does that change your environment? Your goal, to learn the spiritual practice of seeing God in all things. So to see the sacredness of everybody and not think you're the master of the world and everybody is shit, because that is ego. And 3 self-care messages for the collective is spend some alone time with yourself. Give yourself a much needed break. Do something you enjoy doing, whether that's watching a movie, doing yoga, listening to music. But spend the time alone, because the path to spiritual attainment and healing is time alone. You can't be with other people when you're doing healing work. So this is to do, I think, the alone time to do with healing work, pampering yourself, giving yourself love. Make a hot bath with Epsom salt and some rose oil and candles. Go for a massage if you can afford it. Have a little shopping trip, whatever makes you feel nice, but by yourself, because this is for you, self-care. The second message is clean your space. Okay, that's really important. Make sure that you remove clutter from your space, because clutter can, really affect the way that you feel. You may be thinking negatively and you may not be aware why, and it could simply be there's too much clutter in the space around you. And clutter can also mean people that no longer serves you. It's about time to use that sword and cut them off. And use Palo Santo to Tibetan ball, anything to clear negative energy from you. That is really important, especially nowadays because there's so many negative people around us. Everybody's very, very angry as we step outside into the world. So let's make sure to clean our energy, being aware of the space around us, our room, and that sort of thing. And the last message is burning ball ritual. Yes, what is no longer serving you? It's about time to release it. So write on a piece of paper things that you wish for and things that you want to release. All of them is going to go into that flame. The things that you want to release, you want to put the intention that you no longer want it. As you release it into the flame, see it go. Make sure to be safe when you have fire in your house. You don't want to set your whole house on fire. So make sure that it's safe. And have some water there or some extinguisher there just in case. And things that you want to manifest, write it down and also burn it, but see it see it happen, because fire is action. It makes things happen as well as cleansing, but you could use both qualities and or properties of fire for yourself. One for the releasing, patterns that's no longer serving you, attitude that's no longer serving you, people that's no longer serving you, and release it into the fire and see it evaporate. And the things you want to manifest, see the fire pushing it upward and into the universe to manifest. These are my message. Hope it resonates.
All right.
I suppose that's
I
everything
think,
for today.
yeah, that's it for today. Thank you for joining us. And
Thank you for being.
Thank you for joining.
don't forget to catch us on Wednesday.
Yes.
All right. Take care, all.